Hey everybody. Well, I just wanted to make a video on this topic. It's something that's been on my mind lately. Well, seeing as how now there is a new PS4 and a new Xbox One coming out, like the Neo and the Project Scorpio. I'm kind of glad I hadn't jumped into this new generation of consoles yet. I mean, I have well besides Wii U, 3DS, and Vita stuff. Um, haven't really jumped in yet, and I've been saving up, been trying to decide which one I wanted, and then earlier in the year we kept getting all these rumors about new iterations of these consoles, and yeah, now they're like real things, or they're not out yet, but they're supposed to be here within the next year at the most. So yeah, I mean, I'm kind of glad I didn't jump in yet, which is, I don't know, I feel like I should have already, it's been what, those came out 2013 or so, both of those. So like 3 years into it, they're already gonna make new, like it's not the next system, but they're slightly upgrading them. So now, I'm torn. Now, when I heard all those rumors, I'm like, well, I'm gonna hold off on buying something. And I'm glad I did because I was about to get an Xbox One just because I heard about Neo coming out. So I was like, well, alright, well, I'm gonna get the fucking Xbox One then, so I don't have to deal with that upgrading shit. But then they announced fucking Project Scorpio, so now I'm just gonna wait till both of those are out. And for now, I'm gonna focus on Vita, 3DS, Wii U stuff. Oh, well, plus NX is coming out, so I don't know. We'll have to see what that's about. But I was just looking at other like YouTube channels and stuff for information on the Vita, like just what's coming out, what's already out that I don't know about. And there's a lot of shit there. Like there's that like limited run thing where they do limited versions of Vita physical Vita games. I mean, you can always get them digitally, but I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. It's only like usually like $30 or so, depending on the game. Which is just a regular retail price if it would, you bought it at fucking wherever Target or wherever the hell you shop. Even though, even though the only place you can get Vita games is like GameStop now, and probably like Sony stores, or it's really the only place I've seen them. I mean, I see Vita accessories at like Best Buy, sometimes at Target, but as for games themselves, you don't really see that. I mean, it's weird. I mean, it's not surprising, but it's just disheartening, I guess. So, I mean, I don't know. Every time I go into GameStop just to look at stuff, because usually they're the only ones who have Vita selection, there's like a lot of shit I never even like heard of or knew was coming out. I mean, because none of these fucking outlets really cover Vita, aside from like some notable titles. And then, there's of course always the dedicated like independent YouTubers and stuff who have channels dedicated to the Vita. So I mean, yeah, I've just been doing my research, looking around. I mean, there's a lot of like good shit coming out on Vita that people are not fucking paying attention to. I mean, I feel like this system's gonna be the Sega Saturn of this generation. Like, nobody's gonna fucking bat an eye, aside from its fans. Nobody, majority of people, nobody's gonna care what's coming out. They're gonna know zero about the library, and then in a couple years, when all this stuff is discontinued and hard to find, it's just gonna skyrocket in value because all these Johnny Come Latelys are gonna be like, oh, let's discover this shit later, and they're fucking too late. Everything's expensive. and people who are dedicated are just gonna hold on to the shit they have or charge crazy amounts. I mean, there's a lot of like Vita shit that's not coming out on anything else. You know, they're of course really like niche titles, but that's kind of the shit that raises in value in the future, you know? Like there's tons of examples. I'm sure anybody, you know, keeps up with gaming like this could give me plenty of examples on any other system. But I don't know. So I feel like for now I'm gonna stick with Vita, 3DS, Wii U. I mean, it's a lot of like cool shit coming out on 3DS as well, or has been out. Like that Sega 3D Classics collection. Like that's fucking awesome. Like you can buy all those games individually. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure there's a digital version of Sega Classics collection, but I just think it's awesome. The 3D Sega Classic. I just think it'd be awesome to have a physical copy of that. Which, you know, these games are not. They're not full $60 console games. They're handheld games, so they're a lot cheaper. Like 30 to 40 range. That's a lot more affordable, honestly. Wii U's pretty much already on its way out. NX is what, March? It's coming out in March. So the last thing I'm buying for that is probably Zelda. But you know, there's a bunch of shit I haven't even bought yet that I would still want. The other day I just bought uh the Pikachu controller for Pokken Tournament. I don't know, it's like a GameStop exclusive thing, and I was like, well, again, really poorly sold system, game that not everybody has, Pokemon related. I feel like that controller is going to be hard to find too, since it was exclusive to one store. So, I don't know. Gaming is in a really, really weird spot right now. Like, I don't want to jump into the other new systems because they have new ones coming out. Like, the Xbox One S looked cool, but that sold out in days. So, I wasn't going to buy one anyway, but if I did, I would have bought that one. And then now I hear they're discontinuing the 2 terabyte version of that. Now, unless you want the Gears of War looking one, but I don't know. I read some article somewhere that like they're discontinuing the 2 terabyte white version, and it's like, why? I mean, they're just gonna come out with the 1 terabyte and the 500 gig, but why the fuck? I mean, I don't know. I guess we'll see. They'll probably release more later on the holiday. I don't know why they would do that. But whatever. Um, I don't know. I still want one of those Xbox One S controllers, though. I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to get a custom one, but I'd rather pay, I'd rather save the $20 and just get a plain white one. Just because you can use that shit on Windows 10 without a dongle, which is how it should have fucking been in the first place. um, I don't know. I just love fucking controllers. I don't even have an Xbox One, but I could use that on Steam on Windows 10, so I'd have a use for it. I just always have to have an excuse to buy a controller. Oh, damn. Well, shit. I I just love the Vita. I'm glad that shit. I'm glad I'm doing this for now, because then I could just focus on that, build up a nice Vita collection, and then when those new systems are announced, I can look into them finally. So, I don't know. What is everyone else's thoughts on that? There's plenty of games on those I still want to play, but now I'm like, glad I never bought the system yet, because honestly, I would have felt pretty gypped. Like, someone who bought one of those systems day one, like, I don't know, they should feel gypped. Like, 3 years and now a new, like, half version, I guess, is coming out. I mean, I guess I don't have room to talk. I upgraded to the new 3DS over the old 3DS, but I don't know, that was different. That was not a fully priced, like, $300, $400 thing, you know? Plus, like, I don't know, it was just cool. Well, I just wanted to put that out there. If anyone else feels the same way, let me know. I mean, I'm also still always collecting, like, old retro stuff, like anything, from generations past. I just bought a Game Gear the other day. I mean, it works okay. The sound doesn't work. Like, you have to play it with headphones in order to hit sound. But I mean, I don't know, it works. The screen, the screen's not the best quality, but I mean, it doesn't look as washed out as some other ones I've seen. And then I don't even use batteries. I just use the power plug for my Sega Genesis because it's compatible. I mean, I only have like one game. I only have Tales Adventure, but I got it for a really good deal. It was $3, and that game is like a 35 to $50 game. Just goes to show a lot of people don't pay attention to what they have. I mean, I didn't even know it at the time. I just wanted it because I always wanted to play that game. And then I like just out of curiosity, I looked it up on eBay, and it was going up for about that much. So, that's cool. Bought a Super Nintendo as well that same day. It was like a swap thing between these people on Facebook. It was like a Facebook group thing. I don't know, it's pretty cool. I went to one of them one time just because it was already at an event that was going on. And then yeah, I just talked to the guy who ran it, and he put me on he approved me in the group or whatever, and then I've just been trying to go, but a lot of times I do it when I'm working, so I don't get to go that often. But when I do, I walk away with a lot of good shit. Well, yeah, just anyone else who feels the same way about this, about me, the way I do. I mean, kind of just not really giving up on this generation, but just like sticking with what you have. And like, does anyone who already bought a PS4 and Xbox One feel kind of screwed over by this? I mean, I know I would, and I've heard stuff about people feeling that way. And then some people who don't feel that way. I mean, but then they usually like either haven't jumped in yet like me, or they're just those people who have to have everything, the newest stuff right away. So yeah, just let me know your guys' thoughts. And damn, I really didn't plan on this being this long, but whatever, I don't put videos out that often, so there you go. Alright guys. Um yeah. I mean, I'll try to dang, I always forget to throw this in. I'll try to look up see if I have anything to give away again, because that was pretty cool. Alright, just stay tuned. Thanks guys, bye.